All right, as we get started, let me go over a few things. We're going to be drawing a shape with the pen tool. The pen tool is commonly used for creating vector graphics on a computer. You'll find the pen tool in many applications, including Adobe Illustrator, which you're going to do in the second half of the year, Photoshop, InDesign, even video applications like Premiere Pro and After Effects include the pen tool because you can use it to draw precise shapes, masks, and paths for motion graphics and visual effects. Pen tool may not be easy to learn, but trust me, knowing how to use it is worth the effort and investment to learn because it's a marketable skill across many creative digital disciplines. It works a little differently than a brush or a pencil tool, and you've got a practice file that you're going to learn how to draw a straight path, a simple curve, and an S-curve with the pen tool. I've got a few things to go over, some things. Paths that are straight, curved, open, or closed. It can be a little confusing at first. Knowing how to create the elements makes it easier to draw. So to create a straight path, you would simply click here, go down to here, and click. When you first click, that's called an anchor point. Every time you click after that, a straight line is drawn between it. So once you click there, so you click there, click here, it draws a straight line. To create a curved path, you're going to drag to place an anchor point and extend a direction line for that point, and then click or drag to the next anchor point, and you're going to see that in just a little bit. All right, next, here's what a curve would look like. So you would curve line segment, direction point, direction line is this line right here. Your selected anchor point and your unselected anchor point is over here. The smooth curves are connected by anchor points called smooth points. Sharply curved paths are connected by corner points. When you move a direction line on a smooth point, the curved segments on both sides adjust simultaneously. That means at the same time, for those of you that don't know what simultaneously means. But when you move a direction line on a corner point, only the curve on the same point as the direction line is adjusted. This will make more sense as you start doing this. You can move path segments and anchor points either individually or as a group. When a path has multiple segments, drag individual anchor points to adjust individual segments, or select all anchor points in the path to edit the entire path. You would use the direct selection tool to select and adjust an anchor point segment or entire path. And then this last little drawing, creating a closed path differs from creating an open path in the way that you end it. To end an open path, you would press enter or return. To create a closed path, you would position the pen tool pointer over the starting point and click on it. Closing a path automatically ends it. After the path closes, the pen tool pointer appears with a little small asterisk. Indicates that your next click will start a new path, and we'll show you that in our little drawing that we do in just a little bit. When you first draw a path, it's in the paths panel, which we're going to get into in just a little bit, which is only temporary. You'll save any work path you want to use as a future, especially if you want to use multiple paths in the same document. And you'll see that each layer has their own little path thing. All right, so this is what you're going to start with. So if you will open 08 Practice Start, and you're going to do this, and you're going to turn this in for a grade to review something. A path with two distinct endpoints, what is that referred to? That is an open path. When you move a direction line on a smooth point, what happens to the curved segments on each side of the point? They adjust simultaneously. There's your big word again. All right, so with this open, let's click File, and then Save As, and we're going to name it Practice _ and then your name. Make sure it's in your lesson 8 and Photoshop document, and click Save. You can see that here it is right now. So in the Tools panel, select the Pen tool. Anybody know what the shortcut is for that? You remember? That'd be the letter P. P, there's your Pen tool right there. So select that. In the options bar, we're going to either verify or select the following settings. We want this to be shape. Mine was on path, so I changed it to shape. In the path options menu, make sure the rubber band is not selected. Where's my rubber band? There's my rubber band right there. I had to get my little green thing. If that green thing annoys you, I'm sorry. It's just to help you follow along. Make sure that the auto add delete is selected. That's this box right here. Make sure that is checked off. Choose no color from the fill pop-up menu. So fill, let's do this, no color. Choose a green color from the stroke pop-up menu. I'm going to go to the CMYK. I'm going to choose that green right there. Enter 4 points for the stroke width. I'm just going to type it, it'll be easier. 4. In the stroke options window, we are going to choose center. There's your stroke options window. From the align, which is that one right there. And now we are set up. We are going to start by drawing a straight line. Anchor points mark the ends of path segments. The straight line you'll draw is a single path segment with 2 anchor points. We're going to drag the path tool. So here's your path tool right here. Click on that and drag it outside of this, and then go back to your layers. Right now you see that there are no paths because we have not done anything, but as we draw, you'll see some things going in. The path, if you wanted to, you could dock that path thing up here. I'm just going to leave it there for now. So the path panel displays thumbnail previews of what you draw. So on the first shape, and fit this in your whole screen if it isn't already, go ahead and fit in there. We're going to click on the A and release the mouse button. You've created an anchor point. If you get a tutorial that pops up for the curvature pen tool, you don't need to read it at this time. It will probably close on its own, or you can close it if that happens, and then click point B. Voila. Just like that, you've created a straight line. You see over here in your path panel, you have shape 1, straight path. We're going to get into curves next, but before we do that, I'm going to click File and then save and end this video.